Okay, so this next point again is on the midline of the body, and it's called Shanzhong. So Shanzhong sits on the midline and it's roughly level with the nipples, but not always. So the way to find this point is to take 2 fingers and press just roughly in line with the nipples on the sternum in the center. And what you feel, maybe press 2 or 3 points. So go where you think it might be, level with the nipples, and then maybe go a half an inch above and a half an inch below, and see which one of those points feels the most tender. Okay, so Shanzhong, this point, just once you've found that the most tender point, just pressing gently with your fingers and circling. So drawing circles on the sternum with the fingers, circling firstly in one direction, and then in a moment we'll change and circle in the other direction. So again, closing your eyes. And again, this point, lovely, lovely chest opener. Really connecting the heart and the lung system, this one. So very good for alleviating any constriction or tightness in the chest that might be due to anxiety, as well as any breathing difficulties. This point is very helpful in asthma as well. It's really good for anybody who's asthmatic, and it's I'd often show this point to children if they're asthmatic and they feel a bit wheezy and they start to get panicky. Often by intervening and massaging this point, it can be very helpful in order to open up the chest and alleviate any kind of full-blown asthma attack. So maybe closing the eyes, change the direction of the circling now, and importantly, don't press too hard on the sternum, otherwise you'll bruise yourself. You just want to press with enough pressure to feel a little bit of tenderness in the area, but not any real discomfort or pain. So just keep going with that for a little while longer. But often when people have done this and stimulated this point with acupressure, they can feel as though there's much more space in the chest, much more openness. The breathing feels to flow, as though it flows in and out much more easily. Often this is an area here in the center of the chest where the breathing might feel a little bit obstructed, as though the pathway of the breath is narrowed through the center of the chest here. So this helps to widen this pathway and open everything up so that you can allow the breath to flow down into the lower abdomen, into Dantian, when you're practicing your abdominal breathing. So now just letting go with the hand, and again keeping the eyes closed, bringing your awareness to the center of the chest, breathing in and out through the nose, and observing your breath now. Is it more open and free-flowing than at the start? And then gently opening the eyes.